Welcome back. We have White Birch Books Corner with Laura Cummings. Good morning, Laura.
Good morning.
We've already been having a good time.
Yes,
like,
we have.
Do we have to turn on the cameras?
Yes, now we have to talk books.
I know, no. Well, you brought some really cool stuff. So Laura owns this bookstore, and it is, when you walk in, it's everything you want a bookstore to be. I mean, not only is it cute on the outside, but you walk in and you have books galore, 2 floors of it, but you also have the coolest knickknacks and stuff all around, which I never get out of there without buying something.
We do have a lot of fun. And that reminds me, I wasn't even thinking about it. We just did some pretty major changes upstairs.
Really?
So our upstairs is mostly our kids' area and everything. And so if you haven't been there, you definitely have to, Nicole worked for like the week. And everything has moved. It just, I don't know what happened. It's just way airier. Everything is a little more spread out. You can see it.
No, you meant airier, like, or not just airier.
Yeah.
Airier is better.
There's more room to move around. There's better sight lines.
Maybe, was it feng shui?
Maybe that's it. But what happened was, kids' books are so cool because they're also visual and everything, but the other thing is they're slightly awkward sizes, and sometimes they all just get jammed together and you only see the spine, so you miss half the magic of them. So giving them a little more room, spreading them out a little more, gives them a chance to sell themselves, to be on the shelf and go, hey.
Yeah, and when kids see them, too, it's what they're drawn to. You want books, and introduce books that they might not be drawn to, too, but it's also nice when they feel ownership of a book. And I think that's something special. If they own it and they can touch it and feel it and bring it home, they're going to read more.
And the biggest thing was we had, like, our middle grade and what we call our young reader area had been on these bookshelves, so half was on one side and half was on the other. They're now on the wall in 3, so you can see everything when you look at it.
Go Nicole.
And and it's just like, oh my gosh, what a difference that makes, because you can really so it's like, you're drawn to it as opposed to it being chopped up and everything. So it looks great, and I do have to also confess that it's only mid-September. No. Wrong place. But we also put out all our Christmas cards.
Oh, all right. Well, you are probably 1 week behind Lowe's Christmas trees, so I think you're okay, because I'm not even kidding. We saw them the other day.
Right. They come in, and they're just too beautiful to shove in a drawer. So I'm not requiring anybody to buy them. We don't have decorations or anything like that.
You're a store.
Yes. Well, some people get so annoyed when they see it this early, and it's trust me, it's a soft sell. But when the calendars come out, they come out, and so the downstairs is a little more cluttered these days.
It's for those go-getters that want to get their Christmas cards done early.
Or the visitors, the trees are starting to turn. We're getting our early visitors, and if they see a great box of cards, hey, we're ready.
Yeah, all right. Well, you put your caveat out there.
Yes, I'm not.
Sorry, but they're there.
They are
if
there.
You need them.
If you want to rant and rave, you can, but
no,
they're there.
All right, so let's jump in some books, because you are a bookstore, even though you have all the other stuff.
Right.
Actually, can we
Do you want to start with these?
I do.
We just got these.
You just brought me back, I won't say how many years to my childhood, but, and I was saying, I was looking at these, and I was like, what are these? I thought it was like a bracelet or something. Right. Oh, he wants the box. But anyway, these pens, like that, Hans? I don't want to put I guess we can put the price tag up. Anyway, this brings me back to my childhood.
I know.
But these are cooler than anything I
Those
ever
little
had.
matching.
I just had like the ones that were.
Right. And what's funny about them is that you can take them all apart, and then you've got all the colors, and you pick them up and color with your teeny
So
little...
is a marker or a crayon?
It's a little marker. Or you can just keep making your rainbow in all different colors. And,
oh my gosh.
I feel favors. Like writing in green today, and so you move it around.
So 20 hearts later. Yes. No, you can take off multiples at a time. I'm just kidding.
Right.
But this would be great party favors, and teachers would love this to have on the desk.
It's just a fun little add-on type of thing. And we did just get some other cool markers in, and this was from the same company. And a year or so ago, the coloring craze was all the thing, and we had adults, for adults. But this company still does have a lot of really cool like markers and things of this nature for kids and for the kids in us.
Yes, absolutely.
Things like that. So we just got a bunch in.
Nice.
And
you also have the pens that you have the
yes, you can click the different. Oh, I used to love that.
Around my age, yeah, it was the best.
And it's just like for some reason I need to write in pink right now.
And your teacher's like black and blue, black and blue only.
But only red will capture, you know,
my true emotion.
Right.
All right, so let's jump into some books here.
Okay, well, these two books that I've got kind of at the front here. I don't know if those are easily visible, kind of. There we go. Now I'm looking. Yes. So these two are both for events that I have coming up next week, and they're completely different. One is Thursday night, one's Friday.
Okay.
Probably completely different audiences. But this one, the most important year, is about pre-kindergarten and how important that is to get everybody, to get all our children on the right page before they start school. Spend money then as opposed to spending tons of money later.
Well invested early.
Exactly, because they, you know, there's a lot in there, but a lot of it is if kids don't start at some level, it may take years for them to catch back up. And so the author's coming, Suzanne Bouffard, and we're going to do a little something different. She's going to be in conversation with Emily Benson, who is local here. She works with the Granite United Way. She's done a ton of work with people all over the state talking about this very issue. So it's going to be extremely informative. So if you have little kids, it's important. If you are in the education world, it's going to be a great conversation. And if you are involved in pre-K right now, it's a great conversation.
Again about the...
Sorry, it's Thursday night, and which is the 21st, and at 6 o'clock. And it'll be at the bookstore. We're going to have 1 million seats and have it all, everything squished back and everything. And I think it's going to be one of those nights where I think there's going to be so much information flying around and just... you know, kind of one of the reasons bookstores are there, to get people into the same room. So I hope it's well attended, because I think there's a lot of information there.
And they can get more information about that on your Facebook?
Yes, Facebook, website, it's all out there. And yeah, I've shared it with as many people in the education field as I can, and everything. I mean, and this is the time of the year where, you know, kindergarten starts and kids go, and you know, you can tell kids are at different levels. I mean, some kids, you know, their parents work, so they've been in daycare, they've done, you know, they've done these kind of programs, and they're more socially. And other kids, they've been at home, they haven't done reading or you know, it's like these huge disparities. And this is talking about trying to bring those things a little more level.
Okay, fantastic. And this, I've heard a lot of great ice bucket challenge. Stories. So.
Well, this is the author, the co-author who's coming is Casey Sherman, who is a Freiburg Academy graduate. We know him because he co-wrote The Finest Hours, which was our community read last year. He also co-wrote Boston Strong, which was that movie recently with, you know, Mark Wahlberg. I was going to try a Boston accent, but let's not do that.
Goodness.
Let's stop that. But anyway, no accents today. This is the Ice Bucket Challenge book, which is about Pete Freites, who was really where it all started. And to just remind you, it's when people dropped icy water on each other. But it was all to raise money for ALS. And, you know, I'm sure you remember the million of videos and, you know, and
different
everything.
Ways, different takes on the Ice Bucket Challenge.
But it did raise a ton of money for ALS, and it has done, that money has done a lot of good work. And Pete Freites is a Boston guy, and I just think, you know, so many people up here, whether you know somebody with ALS or you participate in the challenge or you raise money, you know, we've got Jen's Friends going on this weekend and everything like that. I mean, it's all the same kind of grassroots thing. So
and this tells a story?
Yeah, it tells a story about Pete and about the whole, and kind of how it started, because it started with him, really. And so Casey's going to be at the store on Friday, which I think is the 22nd.
God, boom.
Yeah, I know, at 5 o'clock. So, so those are our two events, and it's, like I said, very different audiences, but both potentially big ones, and I hope people come.
And paid to get in or free?
Oh, no. Totally free. They're all totally free. I mean, we'd love you to buy a book, but they're totally free.
Right. And can they shop around, or is it going to be specific, like you'll have a load of these books, but not really?
They can shop around. For both of these, we may have to shove some, so, you know, it's not quite as free roaming as normal.
But I imagine if people are making the effort to get there and they, you know, have a particular focus on those books.
Right,
okay.
right.
So great. So Thursday, Friday, find out more information on the Facebook page and the website. And what do we have next?
Well, let's talk about a fun book. You know, it's funny. I worked on all my puns for this because this is about bread. You know, it's
this is what you did last night.
I'm going to rise to the occasion. You know, we need to talk about this. You know,
K-N. I got it.
Okay,
I got
it's like the accent. But anyway, Sourdough. This is a great little gem of a book. So it's set on the West Coast. This woman who's in tech.
In front.
In front. Okay, we hear these voices from above, and anyway, she ends up. She works 24/7. She ends up ordering from this this place, and she gets this bread, and she's like, "This is the most amazing bread." And the people who get her the food, they're like, "We have to leave the country, you know, or whatever," and they leave her the starter for sourdough. I don't know much about. That's bright. A terrible cover, isn't it? There we go. So she starts making bread, and she builds her own oven, and what she's working at is robot arms. So then she starts this robot arm to steer the bread, and then it's all about the underground natural food stuff. Geez. And so this author is really good at mixing the super high tech with the super traditional. So bread making has been around for how long, and but it's all, you know, not with robot arms. So it's
good point.
It's this mix that she makes, and it's a great fun little book. Okay. And there's a giant the starter goes crazy, and there's a giant bread ball over.
It looks like a pretty quick read too, so that's nice.
There we go. So that is our fun one for now.
Awesome.
The little sourdough bread.
And then we'll get really serious with the cat ones.
No. I just brought those for decoration to tell you calendars are in and everything. Yes, crafting for cat ladies.
Yeah, what is
we
it?
Don't
like
need to talk about
kitty booties. What is?
I think it's making anything. What I don't think it is. I don't think it's knitting with cat hair. That was a different book.
Thank goodness. All right.
So we probably don't have a ton of time.
Okay, so, let's pick out maybe two. Let's do a quick synopsis.
Let's do The Child Finder.
He's going to tell me to lean it forward.
And that book just came out, and it's this woman, and she is known for finding missing children, and she has a completely unorthodox way of doing it. And it's because she, at one point in her life, was also a missing child. Oh. And it's one of those great thrillers. There's so many thrillers out now with women, you know, unreliable narrators, all that kind of stuff. This is not that. This is a great, straightforward, you're going to read it all through the night and be like, but it's just really well done.
And I already pulled at my heartstrings, you know. When,
I know. Well, it's just, it is like that.
I saw this. Is this one that you want to focus on?
Yeah, we can do that because I love this book.
Okay, good.
And it just came out in paperback. Oh, finally one that actually works.
Oh, I think the Child Finder worked too.
Okay.
So we're on good.
The Lost City of the Monkey God is actually a nonfiction book, even though it looks like a thriller too, but it reads like one. And the author has gone on this expedition, and he wasn't involved with the whole thing, but they found this entire lost civilization in Honduras, and they had to overcome all these obstacles to get into it. And then once they were there, it's not the Aztecs, it's not the Incas, it's something different. And the other thing that they realized is that there are viruses and things in the mix there that have not seen humans. And they bring some back, but it does.
So this is nonfiction.
It's nonfiction, but it reads like an edge of your seat. Oh my God, is somebody going to get eaten by a snake?
Could a young adult do that?
Yeah. definitely.
Because I can totally see my eldest at 14 reading that.
It was fascinating. And to think that this thing had been buried and hidden, and it's a lot about the history of Honduras too, but all done so well. Yeah. And the only thing that's scary, you know, we just came through the summer and tick season and everything like that.
Yeah, and that new like can't eat red meat tick syndrome. Have you heard of that?
Oh no, I haven't. But you know how the ticks have gotten worse and worse and worse over the years? Right. It's because it's getting warmer and warmer, so they're coming up. A lot of these viruses are warm, and they are like eat your face off type of viruses.
Laura, this is like Saturday morning. How are your Wheaties?
Yeah, we might have to keep moving north. I don't know, or it gets a little scary. But
and I know we only said 2, but real quick because I saw this one, I was actually hoping this would be for my younger son, so I need to. This
is a young adult, and Marie Lou is well known. Name. Yes, I'm trying to remember what her other books are. She had a whole series. But this is brand new, and Warcross is kind of like a computer simulation where it's like where people go in and play this game, and once a year they have this huge tournament where the best players go in.
All right.
And she's kind of a hacker, and she's been pulled in from obscurity to find something that's hacking, and she doesn't really know which side she's on. And is she on the right side or the wrong side? Is she playing?
Video
is she
game
getting
industry?
Played?
Sold. I hope you brought your card swipe.
Yes.
All right. Good.
As always.
Series of Young Elites, but that doesn't ring a bell. I thought it was like
she's written some other things. I did read the Young Elites, which were also very good, but there's been several series where a lot of those authors write a different book in it, and she's done some of that, so maybe that's how you've come across her. But that is hot off the presses, and they're expecting big things.
Good. All right, so I'll take this one and that one.
Okay.
All right, good.
And all the cat paraphernalia, right?
I'll have to get a cat. My boys have been bugging me for one, so we'll have to do that first. But Laura, I think we're out of time.
Yes.
As usual, we've probably run over.
Probably. Our apologies.
Thank you for your patience. You just bring on such great stuff. So, folks, you can find Birch Books at...
we are in town. We are across the street from TD Bank. We're just south of the park. We're next to the brand new
little plaza.
Yes, the Pinkham Real Estate. And we are there 9:30 to 6 every day, except for 10 to 5 on Sunday. And we've got these big events. So go to whitebirchbooks.com or like us on Facebook.
Thursday, Friday this week.
Yes, and we've got sign up for our newsletter or just come in and say hi.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that because there's a lot of books we didn't even cover.
Yes.
So Laura, always a pleasure. Thanks for joining us for White Birch Books Corner.
I know, a mouthful.
I know. And we'll be back. We have 100 Acre Challenge coming your way as well as more Watch and Win, so don't go away.